Macca's guides.
Macca here, Zombie Army Trilogy, Mission 8. We're pretty close to finishing off the game. As soon as we start Chapter 1, you will open up a blood seal, and then you'll be able to run forward, look off the cliff onto the bridge in order to find a person being attacked by zombies, save them in order to get a heroic action. Once you reach the gate to inside of the base, you'll be told to cross the ravine to reach the drain pipe. Run forward and go into the building directly in front of you by either vaulting through the open window or opening the wooden door. Once inside, use the ramp to get to the top, and once at the top, you should be able to quite easily spot a comic to pick up. You'll then come to a gate that opens up. A ton of enemies will snipe at you and rush you, and once you've taken care of all of them and almost died, similar to me, you'll be able to run forward, and on top of this second base, look to the right hand side to spot a zombie hand crawling very nearby. From that zombie hand on top of the second base, work your way towards the objective in order to go down and into this bunker. Once inside here, before going outside towards the objective, make sure we grab the document nearby. Just after the last collectible, when you get outside, instead of going across the small bridge towards the drain pipe, first what we want to do is continue along the path close by to the building we just came from, and we'll find a door. Inside of that door, we can find an NPC as well as a weapon upgrade kit.
Here, you should take this. It's no use to me now, but maybe it will help you.
Right near the beginning of Chapter 2, feel free to shoot down the pallet to kill some of the zombies underneath to unlock an optional achievement or trophy. But once you work your way forward, this door will be busted open and some enemies will attack you. After I've taken care of them, I'm going to run forward and go into that room, and at the far end, I can find a weapon upgrade kit on the ground. From that same previous location, if we work our way through the newly opened gate and towards our objective, we should be able to go down a set of stairs and notice a pretty obvious document just off in front of us on top of a box. We'll then survive a bit of a zombie horde, and our objective is to go underneath the large machine. But before we do that, make sure you check out the room on the right hand side in order to find a comic book inside that room on a desk. Now next up is a zombie hand, which I accidentally got while shooting the 6th valve. The explosion of that valve actually took out the zombie hand for me, and this might also happen to you as shown on screen. However, there is also a good chance that it doesn't happen, and if that is the case, just continue along the path, and as you come up the ramp, look down and on top of where that valve was to find a circular ring with a walkway, and the zombie hand will be walking around in circles on this walkway, so take it out before you leave. Chapter 3 all takes place in this one area, so we'll grab everything kind of together. As soon as we enter, look up and to the left to see a stairway, and on that stairway is a zombie hand that runs back and forth. It can be a little bit hard to get the exact angle you need, so just be patient and make sure you keep an eye out for it before taking it out. Just after that zombie hand, we can basically run directly forward in front of us towards our objective, finding a document sitting on a crate directly in front of us. This one's very hard to miss, but the next one is a little bit more difficult. From that document, go towards the elevator, and instead of going into it or calling it to proceed the mission, turn to the right hand side about 90 degrees to the right and find a broken down fire truck. Behind this fire truck, you can find a comic book that you'll want to pick up before activating your main objective of trying to call the elevator. Now, calling the elevator doesn't actually get you into the elevator. Instead, it forces a little bit of a boss battle against a zombie truck. So once we've taken out that zombie truck, a bunch of new doors will now be open. Do not go towards the elevator as this ends the mission. Instead, turn about 90 degrees or 120 degrees to your left, a little bit behind you to find a newly opened door with a weapon kit inside. You are now free to finish off the chapter. In Chapter 4, what we can do is, after I've already taken care of the main objective in this room, which is to grab the item in the middle, I've taken care of all of the zombies that have attacked me, I can now walk across the room from where I entered and take a right-hand side turn at the end to find the weapon kit. Now, you can also find a document very close by, but this door will only be open if you've already done the objective in this room. So go and follow the objective to find the very obvious document directly in front of you and to your left before exiting out. Shortly after, you'll end up outside on top of the bunker. You'll be told to basically survive until the portal is ready, but before that happens, you have a decent amount of time to grab these 2 collectibles. Look across the gap to your left to find a staircase. In between the 2 platforms, you should be able to find a zombie hand. You want to take it out. And there's also a comic book, which is going to be at the very far end from where we entered the area. Next up after this is one of the hardest fights in the game, so just survive and work your way through to Mission 9, where I have a separate video for that. That mission's a little bit shorter than the others. But thank you for watching. Special thanks to everyone on Patreon for supporting the show. Shout out to down below. I'll see you soon. Peace.